welcome to 108 Gate. This is Cancerian reading for whenever it is that you have come to the reading. We are doing the next cycle. We have a general list, we have the tuning forks playlist for your chakras, and here we go. So, Cancerians, the world. Interesting, because I just had a kind of a flash of energies from your past reading of you feeling a little depleted and feeling a bit some kind of lingering energy, but there's a switch happening here, which is it's like another different version of bittersweet. So you're becoming less attached to the past regrets, the past remorse, the past energies which you felt like you could have dealt with differently, and finding a new way to see it, finding a new perspective. So it's as if you're understanding the perspective of, yes, it happened. Some self-forgiveness feels like it's coming in, some self-awareness is coming in, and realising that some things just play out the way they play out because they do, and there's little else you can do about it other than either stay stuck in the past or move to the next space, progress. So this feels like there's some improvement happening in your status. It feels like there's some improvement happening in your space because you're not wanting to keep yourself stuck in that situation anymore. So lots of cards are flying out, but only this. There we go. Let's just get it out. So Eight of Cups is in my hand. Eight of Cups here. Walking away from that stifled energy, walking away from that being stuck in reminiscing about things that have gone, walking away from that energy of kind of, not reminiscing, words keep coming and going today. When you keep going over things and just keep begins with R. Ruminating, there you go. When you keep ruminating over things, and it's like you're finally walking away from that because you know it's not for your favour, it's not in your favour. So there's a different kind of clarity coming in for you to able now walk away from those things, and then you're going to be bringing about a victory. You're going to feel victorious because you've overcome them. It feels like there was something that you wanted to gain from that past. It's like you had to sit in that certain emotional space. You had to sit in that certain particular way of thinking just so that you could actually feel it. And there was some kind of sense of honouring the past. It was like honouring that relationship you left, or it's honouring the person you were then so that you can fully be who you are now. So on some level, someone looking in may be thinking that you're wasting time or you were being unproductive, but in truth you actually probably did what a lot of people should do, and it was fully process something to the point that you were like, right, I've done there, been that, been there, done that, done there, been that. That's going to make sense some level. And I understand now that what I had to do was just submerge myself in that so that I can fully understand it, fully feel it, fully process it, and therefore now be fully free of it. So well done you, Cancerians, because not everyone's brave enough to do that and go there. So we have the moon come in, and the moon here is showing that although you've done all this processing, there are some underlying emotions, but these underlying emotions are actually where your strength is. It's all these things that you never known to yourself, of yourself, from yourself, that you're capable of feeling, you're capable of achieving, you're capable of connecting with. So you're going to have a new kind of emotional intelligence rising and taking control of things, as opposed to being submerged and pulled down in the past, ruminating. My words keep tripping over themselves. I'm not sure what that's about. So now it's about making sure that you're consistently in the positive, in the productive, in the effective and efficient way of dealing with your emotions, because it is a new thing that maybe some of you are experiencing. Why does all the words feel different? I think this is part of the energy. There's some things that you've done before, but because it's new to you now, they look slightly different. So, for example, you've been happy before, but this is a different version of happy. You may have been optimistic and setting goals and things like that, but this is like a different slant on it, that it does feel refreshed, it feels new, it feels different. So making sure that you're keeping yourself consistent in making those things count. You're making note of mental note, emotional note, energetic note of, this is when it wasn't going in my correct direction, this is when it is going in my correct direction. Make a note of that and keep going in the correct direction. This is definitely a win-win kind of scenario, because then that means you're not tugging and pulling on the energies of that which you left behind. You're not pulling yourself down or keeping yourself down, limited, restricted. You are now buoyant and you're coming back to the surface and going, it's like a gasping for air, because you're allowing yourself to breathe, you're allowing yourself to move, you're allowing yourself to be again essentially your higher self, your fuller self, and giving yourself that chance to prosper and be more of who you are intending to be, because you've done this deeper work that a lot of people could benefit from doing. And therefore this is perfectly coming in. We've got the new opportunities, the hare and oak. From this lighter, buoyant version of you, you're going to be it's like bobbing around, and it's like if you're in a room of new people and you may have before kind of been the one sitting in the corner, but now you're kind of more willing and able to be bobbing and buoyant in the room and just kind of like connecting with different people, saying hello to people you may not have had confidence to say hello to. You may be saying things about yourself and communicating about yourself in a way that is quite surprising to yourself, which is lovely, and it's showing that your work is evidence of your work having paid off. It's evidence that you're actually doing something beneficial. Even when people didn't trust your process, they didn't agree with your process, you trusted yourself and you've allowed yourself to come up smelling of the best roses. Hence the victory, hence now moving forward with all this wealth, hence being able to walk away, because you're allowing the clarity to come in. You allowed the clarity to inform you of where you were still stuck. You allowed the clarity to inform you of where you could improve, where you needed to let go of things, where you needed to still do some work, where you needed to go deeper. It really is a feeling of emotional intelligence, and I'm loving this for you, Cancerians, because you have had, for those of you who resonated, quite a ride. If you are resonating and you're still not quite out of the woods, you might want to check out a few of the past readings in this playlist for you, Cancerians, because there was quite a few readings consecutively about the process of getting out of the feeling stuck, getting out of ruminating on past relationships or a past job or a project that didn't quite pan out the way you wanted to. So it's all well and good. So we're going to get one more of these. Patience, the bobcat and blackthorn. So those of you who feel like you're still stuck, or you didn't quite fully emerge out of that, you can have a look at the past readings and see in your playlist, because it feels like there's still some knots that you're undoing, which is all well and good. It's all fine, because the most important point now, like in the Two of Swords, is don't go back into feeling like it's hopeless. Don't go back into feeling like you haven't made this progress or that improvement, therefore it's not going to happen. It's about keeping focused on, I'm making those steps, I'm taking those steps, I'm focused on those steps. How they're going to happen, when they're going to happen, I don't quite know. But I do know I trust my process, I have faith in my process, so not letting anyone else throw you off course. Fabulous reading, Cancerians. Hope that helps in some way. Would appreciate your support. If you could hit the bell if you like the reading, if you hit the bell after you subscribe, that would be great. And until next time, peace and love.